Hey guys, what is going on? Sorry for the delay. I literally had all this laundry on my bed that I need to put away like 1 minute before the stream was supposed to start. So I just moved it to the other room and still haven't put it away yet. But I'll do that later. If you're watching this back and you're not watching this live, what is going on? We're gonna get into this recap real soon. So stay tuned for that. And I appreciate everyone who is watching this not live. I'm gonna do this recap in the most efficient way I can. Let's head to the chat first for a second so I can see who is here. What is going on, Nate? Yeah, welcome to the suck. Yeah, the Giants really suck right now. Joe, what is going on? I'm sorry, Joe. The Browns almost won that game, though. Bricks, thank you for being a member. I appreciate you. I gotta get my ball. You guys remember the ball from yesterday? Whoa, how is she doing this? Whoa. How am I holding it up? How am I holding it up? How am I holding this up? Oh my God. Your favorite quarterback could never. Have you seen Tom Brady do this? Like holding it up like magic. But thank you for becoming a member. I gotta put out that members only live stream poll soon. What is going on? Dank, Jared, Danky, Brandon, what is going on? Lewis, sad Falcons fan. I keep adding fan to that. It's just sad Falcons. I gotta get that right next time. Jacob, what is going on? Sound, Kenny. Yeah, the Bills are legit. So let's just get into this recap. I have the Super Bowl here. If anyone wants to join the Super Bowl, just plug it once before the stream starts. And yeah, all right. So I'm gonna high and tight, folks. High and tight. So let's talk about this Thursday night football game, Rams versus Seahawks. Honestly, wasn't what is going on, Frank? Honestly, wasn't. Yeah, Buffalo fan. The Bills are crazy right now. So this game, Thursday night football. We're gonna get to the Bills, guys, and the Cardinals and all that good stuff. So let's start with the Rams game, though. This was not honestly the most exciting game. What is going on, Bird Gang? Russell Wilson obviously did go down with an injury, and he's going to be out for a little bit because of his finger. It was looking very gross, to be honest, like very, very, very painful. But the thing is, this Seahawks defense is really bad. They looked better the game before this game, but they have not looked good. That Jamal Adams trade is not looking good at all for the Seahawks right now. I can't believe they give up 2 first-round picks. I'm just kind of shocked about the Seahawks defense. They gave up 26 points to this Rams offense, which isn't terrible. It's just the offensive play calling honestly isn't great either. Like they ran the ball 15 times with Alex Collins, and he had 47 yards as an average of 3.1 yards per carry. Like they gotta let Russ throw it. He's obviously not going to play for a few weeks now. When Geno Smith came in, he honestly did not play bad. That interception really wasn't his fault. But I think someone just said it in the chat. Like the Rams defense hasn't lived up to expectation for me thus far this season. Yes, they are still a good defense, but they haven't lived up to expectation for me thus far this season, or my expectation thus far this season. They were like the number 1 defense last year. So that's why I say that. I realized right before I hit the live button that I forgot to get water again. So bear with my voice for this video because I have not drank water again today, just like last week, which is a mistake. So the next game we have is the Sunday morning game. What's going on, Owen? The Sunday morning game, Falcons, Jets, just I almost just said Sam Darnold. Zach Wilson went back to having a not so good game or a really not so good game. I mean, he only threw 1 interception, but like his throws just weren't there. Like I don't know like what was going on with his arm and his throws. He just wasn't making the plays. The Jets, they put up like 3 points, I think, right before the half. Yeah, they only put up 3 points in the first half. What's going on, Rashard? And they scored 11 in the fourth, but it just was like a little too late. You're not going to win many football games when you're only scoring 3 points before half. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to score many games when you're putting up 3 points in 2 quarters of football. And I was honestly surprised that the Jets defense didn't play better. Like the Jets defense had a good game versus the Titans, and the Jets defense has been solid this season. But I was surprised that they really couldn't stop this Falcons offense when they had to. But Kyle Pitts had a crazy game. This was like his first game where it was like, okay, Kyle Pitts is here. He had let me pull this up. He had 119 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. Like this was his first like Kyle Pitts is a star game in my opinion. I mean, he's only played a few games. Next game we have here is the Packers versus the Bengals, and this was a weird game. Let me type that in here. Bengals lost this one. Packers won this one 25-22. This was like such a weird game. This was one of the weirdest games this week. The Packers won this one after 3 missed field goals by Mason Crosby. I believe it was 3, right? Should I like double check this? Oh, they don't have the misses on here. Basically, it was miss after miss. So many missed field goals by both teams. It was just bad. We got a super chat here. Al Cowboys 9. Al Cowboys 9 says, "Would you ever date a Cowboys fan?" Asking for a friend. Listen, well, first of all, thank you for the super chat. I gotta put your name on the ball here, but I'm not like the type of person who wouldn't date someone because of their favorite team. I will say that. Like, I'm not someone who's gonna be like, "Oh, I'll never date someone on a rival team because that's kind of silly in my opinion." So yeah, it's more about the person. Like if I like the person, I like the person. It doesn't matter if they're a Cowboys fan, an Eagles fan, a Washington football team fan. I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm sorry, we can't date. Sorry, that's the deal breaker. No, that's not how I roll. But Al Cowboys, you are on the ball. You are on the Super Bowl. So I'm going to put that right there. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. What about you guys? What do you guys feel about that? Makes it more interesting, says Anthony. Yeah, but this game was so weird because it was missed field goal after missed field goal. And then McPherson for the Bengals got the chance to win the game, right? In overtime. And you see the kick starting to sail right? And you see it like in that backed up shot, right? Like where you're behind the field goal. So you're seeing it starting to move. And you see McPherson and the Bengals start to celebrate, right? You see him like jump up because he thinks he won, right? And like turn around. It was like the Nick Young, the GIF where he's like celebrating, but he turned around and celebrated when he thought he made the basket, but he didn't. And then all the Bengals are like jumping up and down after it's missed, like on the field. And then the kicker turns around and he's like, "What?" He like puts his hand out, like, "What the heck is this? What?" It was so funny. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the Nick Young meme." The Nick Young GIF where he turns around and goes like this, and he actually bricks the bucket. It was literally that on the football field. It was brutal. I mean, the game in regulation wasn't that bad. I was thinking when I was watching this game back today, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase could be like the next Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I know that's a very lofty thing to say. I know it's a very like high standard to put on 2 young players, but their connection is just so good. I mean, Jamar Chase had 159 yards and a touchdown in this game. Devontae Adams, I mean, he had a crazy game, 206 yards and 1 touchdown. And I just really feel like, you know, Joe Burrow and Chase Young have a lot of similarities to that Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams connection. Like those are 2 really great connections in this league. So I just want to say that that's something I noticed during this game because both those quarterback wide receiver duos are really special. Al Cowboys, thank you for the super chat. I'll be sure to let my friend know. All right, you let your friend know. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that situation. I'm curious, would you guys like not date someone if they were a fan of a rival team? I'm the only one who thinks like no. I mean, I would. It doesn't matter their team. And the crazy thing is the Packers, they went for the field goal. They went for the field goal on third down, like one of the times in overtime when he missed. It's like they went for it on third down. Wait, someone in the chat I wanted to get to. Mosey, the hype god. Hey, Lauren, I watched your channel for quite a while, but I missed your live streams. Finally got on at the right time. Let's go Cowboys. Hey, I appreciate it. If you guys turn on post notifications, I think it should give you an alert when the live streams are on, just if anyone wants to know like when I'm live streaming. It should give you a notification on your phone or something like when I go live. So if anyone wants that. So the next game we got here is another really weird one. The Lions Vikings game. This game. I am sorry, Cowboys, not Cowboys fans. Why don't I just say Cowboys fans? Lions fans. I'm sorry, Lions fans. Lions still don't have the win, and they're just losing at the last second. They're just losing at the last second. So I have to. I was gonna have to sneeze, but this game was crazy because the Lions are kind of like not having the lead this whole game, except for like early in the first quarter they go up 3-0, and they're not really, I don't know, it just seems like the Vikings just kind of hold that lead throughout like the whole game, right? But then with 37 seconds left, DeAndre Swift scores a touchdown, and that happened because the Vikings were trying to run out the clock, right? They're trying to run out the clock, run with the ball, and Madison actually fumbled. So then the Lions get the ball in the red zone, and they get a touchdown, and then instead of going for the tie, the Lions go for the lead. So they go for the 2-point conversion, and they get the 2-point conversion and take the lead. Like, think about how much guts it takes to go for that, right? And it was close. I mean, he like toe tapped in the end zone. And I was like, oh my gosh, the Lions have the lead now with under a minute left, 37 seconds left. And I would have gone for 2 too if I was Lions, because you just saw the Vikings kicker miss a field goal earlier in this game. So I think that was so smart. Put all the pressure on the Vikings. And they did. But then Kirk Cousins and this Vikings offense moved down the field, hit the 54-yard field goal, and win the game with 0 seconds left. And the thing that bothers me about the Vikings is, why didn't they just move the ball down the field the previous drive? Why did you just try to run down the clock? Why did you run on first, second, and third down? Why did you do that? You knew you were going to have to punt the ball back because you weren't going to get like a 3rd and long on the ground. I mean, maybe you were. Madison was actually playing really well before the fumble. But what's going on, Big Pat Sports Talk? What's going on, Kenneth? I thought he was playing really well before the fumble. I thought Madison was. So even though he was playing well, I don't think you're going to get the first down on like 3rd and long there. So I don't know why they didn't put the ball in Kirk Cousins' hands and just, design a play where you get Justin Jefferson in space. Don't have to ask Kirk Cousins to make like some crazy throw, right? You just got to get Justin Jefferson in some space because Justin Jefferson was having a great game. Set up a play for Justin Jefferson, allow them to get the first down. Then you can, take a knee. But I don't know why they weren't aggressive on that drive before the drive where the fumble happened. Because we saw what happened when they actually had to move the ball down the field. They did it very, very easily. They moved the ball very easily down the field against this Lions defense. So, yeah, being conservative never pays off in the NFL. I'll say that. Ooh, I forgot to. Why did this not? I forgot to go like that, but that's okay. Next, we're gonna go to the Broncos Steelers game. What's going on, Benjamin? What's going on, TN Autographs? Yeah, Mitchell, we just talked about that game. Pretty crazy. That was like one of the craziest games this week. It's just weird. So the Steelers finally get another win, 27-19. Isn't it weird that the one team that the Steelers beat before this game was the Bills. Isn't that weird? Like, is that weird to anyone else? What's going on, Peter? What's going on, Benjamin? Oh my God, Benjamin, that must have been crazy. Like, you gotta tell us what it was like when we get to that game. Like, for sure, tell us what that was like. But it's so weird when you think about it that the only win the Steelers have besides this game was versus the Bills week 1. And like the Bills look like one of the best teams in the NFL. So this defense won them the game yet again. I know Big Ben had a touchdown, but I'm still on the Big Ben is washed train. I really am. See, I need my water. Where's my water? I don't have it. So sorry that I'm gonna get scratchy voice again this week. But this defense for the Steelers is what is keeping them in games. Like I said, I'm still on the Big Ben is washed train. He is still washed. You know what I was thinking when I was watching this game back today? Don't make fun of me. So have you guys seen Squid Game? So you know the old man is. Don't spoil it. I'm gonna say this. Don't be annoying and spoil it because people here there are people in this chat who might have not seen it yet. But have you guys seen Squid Games? You guys know the old guy in Squid Games? And you know how he was playing during red light, green light? You know how he was like running like that and just like, that's how I feel like Big Ben plays football right now. You just watched the whole thing today, Peter? That's crazy. I don't know. Just Big Ben was giving me those vibes. Like the way he just runs, like he just fumbles the ball. It seems like every single game he's just like back there and he's like, ah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He just seems so careless. And then he'll just throw a long pass and be like, ah. And that pass to Deontay Johnson, like that wasn't even a good pass. Did you see how Deontay Johnson was running here, then had to like run back over here? I don't know. Big Ben just reminds me of the old man. I don't know. That's the comparison I had today in my head. Unfortunately, Juju is out for the season. He had a really painful looking shoulder injury. Like he was screaming, it looked like on the field. He had surgery and he's out for the season, which is really unfortunate. But Najee Harris had like a breakout game. He had 122 yards, a touchdown. And this is the game where this was like, I think the first game for the Steelers where the run game was finally, going. This offensive line, it's been kind of shaky, but he was really moving the ball, and that was such a huge part of the Steelers' win was because they established the run game. Because when Big Ben is playing quarterback in the year 2021, you need to establish the run game, or your offense is going to not move the ball down the field. For the Broncos, I mean, the thing is, the Broncos almost won this game. It felt like this game was over in the fourth quarter, right? But then, the Broncos, they scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and they make it what is it called, a 5-point game, I believe. Yeah, it was 24-19 with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in this game, so it was a 5-point game. And they couldn't get the total stop on defense. They allowed the Steelers to kick a field goal, but that made it an 8-point game, right? So the Denver Broncos basically had a chance to score a game-tying drive. They had a chance to score, and they had the ball in the red zone. They had the ball at the 5-yard line, but then Teddy B on 4th down, it was like 4th and goal. He threw an interception, and the game was over. But the Broncos almost won this game. They really did. Like, they had the opportunity, or I don't want to say they almost won this game, but they almost tied this game. The Broncos really had the opportunity to tie this game, even though it felt like the Broncos were so out of it until the fourth quarter. It felt like it was all Steelers until the fourth quarter. But, yeah, it wasn't all Steelers. I was kind of surprised that Steelers defense let them drive down the field like that. You don't want to see that from your defense. But let's go on to the next game here. Oh, Dolphins, Buccaneers. Let's go on to this one. So the Buccaneers won this one 45-15. Sorry, 17. It's not that the Buccaneers defense really got better. It's still playing like at a really not so good level, especially that secondary, because I know they have injuries and all that. But it's just that Tom Brady in this offense literally score almost like every drive. I mean, they didn't put up any points in the third quarter, so they're not scoring every drive. But Tom Brady's literally putting this team on his back. He was 30 of 41 with 411 yards and 5 touchdowns. Like, that is so insane. 411 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sir, what? Sir, what? Sir, you're almost 50 years old. What? And the crazy thing is, the Dolphins were getting pressure on Tom, right? He made this touchdown throw to Antonio Brown where the rusher was just going free at him head on, right? Tom Brady, he goes, throws it, and then like kind of turns around. He still gets hit. He knew the hit was going to come, and it was a touchdown pass. Like Tom Brady is still taking these hits, but he's getting it out just in time. He's standing in there. Oh, there's a free rusher coming right at my face. Hold on. And then I'll turn away. I'm still going to get hit. But it was nuts. Like Brady was just slicing this defense in this game. He really was. This Buccaneers defense, they just need to get more pressure. Like when they get pressure, they're going to be able to win games because they just can't let their secondary be out there for too long trying to cover wide receivers. Yeah, Brady is unbelievable for real. Like I don't even know. Like what he's doing is actually insane. Like the level he's playing at this age is actually insane. I know everyone says it, but it is really insane. Saints versus the Washington football team we're going to talk about next. So the Saints won this one 33-22. Talk about a defense that isn't playing well. It's the Washington football team. Hold on, let me just check my notifications. Why does my phone not work with Face ID? Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the Bucs' schedule honestly isn't the most difficult. Oh, I didn't hear that about Tua's trainer, Benjamin. Is that true? I didn't see that. So, this game, Washington football team versus Saints. Okay, wow, I put the wrong score in. My bad. The Washington football team defense has been a huge disappointment this season. They really have. This wasn't Jameis's best game, but he did have that crazy Hail Mary right before halftime with like 0 seconds left for the touchdown. Heineke, he had 2 interceptions, and they were 2 like really not so good interceptions. Like the defender was like right in front of the receiver. So maybe that Heineke like magic might be over. I don't know. But yeah, exactly. Washington football team, as sad Falcons fan is saying, they're inconsistent. But as this Cardinals fan is saying, Saints honestly the most up and down team this year, says CJ. And yeah, that's true. Like the first half of this game was not super good for the Saints. James had an interception and they were just not playing great. But then in the second half they kind of just settled down. After that Hail Mary, I think that gave them a lot of momentum heading into the locker room. So I think they were just able to settle down after that. Albert, what is going on? Hi, I've been subscribed to you for a while, but have never gotten the chance to watch it live. Oh, appreciate it. I appreciate you being subscribed. I don't know why I'm doing like peace sign. I appreciate you being subscribed. I truly do. I think I was saying this before because someone else was saying they haven't been able to catch lives. I think if you turn on notifications, which is like the little bell by the subscribe button, I think it will send you notifications when I'm live. If you want notifications for when I'm live, it also gives you notifications for when I upload, but I think you might be able to like change the settings so it just notifies you when I'm live. But if you're trying to catch more live streams, that's a great way I think to do it. But I appreciate you being here. Yeah, these are honestly 2 very inconsistent teams. But I think Jameis really settled down after that interception. I do. Next game we're going to talk about is the Eagles. Okay, this was such a weird game. I was trying to watch the Eagles and the Saints game at the same time. I was kind of flipping back and forth between the Saints game, the Eagles game, and the Packers game. But then this was the only game I didn't go back and watch today in full because I felt like I watched a lot of it yesterday. So Eagles won this one because what I do today on Mondays is I have Game Pass and I go back and I watch all the games so I know what happened. So all the games that I didn't see, I go and watch so I can talk about them. So Eagles won this one 21-18. And this was such a weird game because it felt like I appreciate it, Mitchell. It does, Anthony. Okay, sweet. So Anthony says he has the bell on and he gets notifications when I'm live. Okay. Yeah, you always get okay, perfect. So the notifications do work. This game was weird because it seems like the Panthers were in control this whole game. They never had like the biggest lead, but they went into halftime up 15-6. Like it felt like they had a way bigger lead than that. And exactly, as Richard said right here, Sam Darnold gave the game away. Let me tell you guys something. Can I tell you guys something? I was having a conversation with my friend and her dad. We were in the car. We were talking about football. And I was like, can I tell you guys something? I think the Panthers are pretenders. Like, I think the Panthers season is about to, like, swoop down. Like, I think they're about to lose. Like, I don't trust Sam Darnold. Like, I don't think Sam Darnold's, like, going to lead this team. And her dad was like, yeah, I agree. I think it's the scheme and stuff. Like, eventually he's going to get exposed. And that's kind of what happened in this game. He had the chance to lead the Panthers on a game-winning drive, and he threw an interception. And last week versus the Cowboys, Sam Darnold threw 2 interceptions in the third quarter that really swung the game and the game momentum in the favor of the Cowboys. Like, it set them up in great field position. And that's basically when the Panthers lost that game. But he really did. Yeah, Sam basically lost them this game. And he kind of did last week too. I mean, he threw 3 interceptions this week. 3 interceptions. He had 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. The Panthers, they're going to be looking for a quarterback. So I'm telling you guys, I don't think the Panthers might not make the playoffs. I know the division's really weird, and it's not, I guess you could say, the most competitive division, but that you have to be able to win, and you have to be able to hold the lead. You can't have a lead and then let it slip away. You need to be able to hold the lead and play aggressive, and they didn't do that. And Sam Darnold is not looking good right now. Everyone was saying how good he looked. It's not looking good. Jeremy, thank you for the super chat. Jeremy, you got to go on the ball. Jeremy has to go on the super chat ball. Jeremy is not on the super chat ball yet. Appreciate Jeremy's member on the channel. Jeremy says, hey, awesome lady. Hope you're having a great day. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, Jeremy. I hope you enjoyed the win yesterday, Jeremy. I hope you do. Jeremy is a Cowboys fan, by the way, guys. Jeremy, you're going on the ball. Here we go. I'm just spelling it right, guys. Hold on, Jeremy. Oh no! The Y got a little messed up. Bramlett. BRAMLETT. Boom! Jeremy's on the ball. Boom. There you go. Ooh. There we go. Look at that super chat ball. Appreciate you for being a member too, Jeremy. I love it. The ball is looking pretty sick, guys. I can't lie. Yeah, Hurts didn't give up. I like Hurts. Hurts, he kind of can make it happen. I do like Hurts. I really do. The Eagles still got to run the ball more. Like, the play calling for the Eagles is still atrocious. I just want to say that. All right, guys, next game. Next game we got is the Titans Jaguars. Oh, this is another game I didn't watch back. I forgot to watch this one back. But basically, the Jaguars are the worst team in the NFL. Basically, that is the thing. The situation down there with Urban Meyer is a mess, apparently, and they're 0-5. Trevor Lawrence, I'm looking at his numbers right now. He was 23 of 33, 273 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I mean, Tannehill's numbers weren't that great either, but that's because Derrick Henry rushed for 3 touchdowns and 130 yards. So in a game like this, you can just feed Derrick Henry. I'm honestly surprised Lawrence only had 1 interception. This game, it really seemed like it was all Titans, and yeah, this is not the best. This is not the best start for the Jaguars, if I do say so myself. Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. Let me pull this up. Wait. Here we go. Mitchell, appreciate you for the super chat. Time to go on the ball. Do you think I can fit it right here? What do we think? No, I'm going to start a new one because I don't want to cram it. Yeah, Meyer being down there is, I think, a big thing also is, like, how do you not fly? Like, he didn't fly back down with the team after that Thursday Night Football loss. Like, why are you not flying back down with the team after a loss when you don't have any wins on the season and you're a first-year head coach for the team? I just don't think that's, like, a good idea. Mitchell, I'm putting you on the ball right now. Mitchell La Berg. LeBerg. Boom. Boom. Super chat ball is looking awesome. Appreciate you, Mitchell. Oceanside Boy 760. Are you a Chargers fan? Because that is lit if you are, because the Chargers are lit right now. I appreciate you, Albert. I appreciate, yeah, I'm hoping Saquon and Daniel are okay too. You hate to see injuries. Appreciate it, Albert. All right, next game. Why did this never come up as, like, sometimes the spaz is out. It didn't come up as that. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. Next game. Oh, wait, where did my scores go? Here we go. Patriots, Texans. This was a weird game, too. There's like a lot. I feel like there's a lot of weird games this week. Maybe it was because a lot of kickers were missing field goals and extra points. But the Patriots won this one 25-22 versus the Texans. Davis Mills looked like a totally different quarterback than last week. He looked so bad versus the Bills, right? But this week he was 21-29, 312 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And this was versus a Patriots defense. I don't know if Davis Mills just played way better or this Patriots defense just regressed so much from last week. Because think about how this Patriots defense played versus Tom Brady, right? I guess it's just the whole thing of Bill Belichick never loses to rookie quarterbacks coming back. But let me say this. Mac Jones, he's someone else who also regressed in this game. I know the stat line doesn't look terrible. He was 23-30, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He honestly could have thrown like 4 more interceptions. Honestly, the Texans could have had like 4 more interceptions. There was basically a dropped interception on the final drive of the game. It wouldn't have counted though because Mac Jones got called. Like there was a call of roughing the passer on Mac Jones or against Mac Jones. How do you call that? Someone roughed Mac Jones, the passer. That's a weird way to phrase it. But did you guys see that roughing the passer call? What do you guys think about that? It was a little, maybe because it was like almost head to head, but oh my God, Jeremy, you didn't have to do that. Jeremy, I appreciate you. Have a great day. I'll watch the rest later. I appreciate you so much, Jeremy. I got you on the ball. I don't know how I should do for doubles. Should I, like, when people do more than one, do you think I should do doubles? Like, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Jeremy, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it so much. Totally unnecessary. Have a great rest of your day. But I appreciate that, Jeremy. I appreciate that. You really didn't have to do that. Yeah, some of these roughing the passer calls, like the one versus the Chiefs last night, was kind of weird too. But I'm telling you guys, Mac Jones almost threw like 4 other interceptions. Like Mac Jones was not making good plays in this game. He did not look the same as the Mac Jones we saw versus the Buccaneers. Like Mac Jones was not looking good. I'll say that. He was not looking good in this game. He could have thrown probably at least 3 more interceptions. There were 3 more interceptions that were basically dropped by the Texans. I appreciate it, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Next game we got is Bears Raiders. This is another. Why do all these games seem so weird this week? So the Bears won this one 20-9 versus the Raiders. So what has happened to the Raiders? What has happened? They were undefeated 2 weeks ago. What happened? What happened? So Justin Fields, he wasn't asked to do too much again. But like I said, that's good when you have a rookie quarterback. You don't want to have to put too much pressure on them. He was 12 of 20, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. The offensive line still isn't playing good. I mean, there was this play where Justin Fields basically got sandwiched because the right tackle and left tackle both got beat, and the DNs were just like closing in on Fields. It was just like he got sandwiched, and I was like, oof. So listen, the O-line still isn't playing great, but Justin Fields, he's making it work. He's making it happen. Run game was definitely decent again, even though David Montgomery wasn't playing. But I really got to say, I like how composed Justin Fields is playing out there. It's not the easiest situation he's in. The offensive line is definitely making things difficult, but he has played well. As for the Raiders, I mean, they scored 3 points in the first half. And like I said about the Jets, you're not going to win many games scoring only 3 points in 2 quarters of football. And they scored 6 points in the final quarter, but that was it. That was it. They tried to go for the 2-point conversion. It didn't work. This Bears defense has looked pretty good over the past few games. I mean, I know they played the Rams week 1, which is obviously a tough offense to face. But ever since then, you know, they've kind of looked like they have been improving. Raiders offense, I don't know what's going on. A lot of penalties on this offensive line. This offensive line kind of hasn't been playing well. Derek Carr, he threw an interception this week and just wasn't playing, you know, his best football. It's just everything kind of looks bad for this Raiders offense right now. This offense does not look the same. I know, right, Jay Sports Cards? But yeah, I just hope Justin Fields stays safe out there. I really do, because it like I hold my breath watching him sometimes because that offensive line is just brutal. This was a crazy one. This was an absolute crazy one. Is the Chargers fan still here? I'm forgetting your name. Was your name Jay? I have to go check. The Chargers fans that are here. Let me get a bolt up because this was actually insane, this game. This game was a joy to watch back today. So much fun. I mean, the Chargers were actually down a lot in this game. They went into halftime being down 20-13 at halftime. And then in the third quarter, they were down, I believe, 14 at one point. And I said in my, preseason NFL awards predictions, I predicted that Brandon Staley would be the coach of the year. And I think he really proved that he is a front runner, or one of the front runners for this award in this game. They were down, what? I think 14. Don't quote me on that. 14. And they're on their own, like, 20-something. It's the third quarter, and they go for it on 4th and 2, and they get it. Like, that is being aggressive. In your own 20s, going for it on 4th and 2? Like, that play. And they scored on that drive. So that's the thing. I think that play really propelled them to win this game. Matthew says, what up? Herbert is my MVP right now. I'll leave it at that. Listen, I said Herbert was a dark horse MVP candidate before the season started. And he's definitely in the MVP conversation right now. He really is. Look at his stats. 26-43, 398 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. I mean, what can he do? Nate, what is going on? We're going to talk about the Cowboys next. I think that's the next game. I mean, I think it might come down to Kyler and Herbert for the MVP conversation. But, I mean, it's still early in the season, so who knows? Maybe even Brady, to be honest, because Brady's playing like crazy right now. But the Chargers were just so aggressive in this game. Let me see if I can find the 4th down stats. Let me see. 4th down. Can I find the stats? I'm on ESPN. Do they have the stats for how many times someone went for it on 4th down? Why can't I find it? Hold on, guys. Let me see. Is it on the Gamecast? Bro, I need to know. Why aren't the stats on here? Bro. Wait, let me look at it. I can look at it on my phone, I think. On the app I have on my phone, I think I can see it. Hold on. I want to see how many times the Chargers went for it on 4th down. But it was like some crazy... Wait, what? The Monday Night Football game started? I've totally lost track of time. I need to hurry it up. Bro, I can't believe the Monday Night Football game started. What? I did not realize it was that late. Okay, hold on. Let me hurry up here. God, it's already 38 minutes in. What the heck? They went for it 3 times on 4th down, and they were 3-3. So, yeah, tough loss for the Browns, definitely. But they were finally putting up points. The Browns, I was concerned about the Browns offense, and they were finally putting up points, so that's a good thing. Next game we got is the Cowboys and the Giants. So the Cowboys beat the Giants by a lot. You guys can see my reaction to this, but I'll still talk about it really quick because I'm sure you guys want me to talk about it. But yeah, if you want to see my live reaction to this game, go check that out because it's probably better than what I'm going to say right now. So many injuries in this game. When you're not playing with your top 3 wide receivers, you're starting left tackle, you're starting center, you're starting middle linebacker, you're starting quarterback, you're starting running back, you're starting safety. It's tough, but this defense isn't good for the Giants. Like, they gave up 44 points. Yeah, there were some injuries on defense before the game started, but they gave up 44 points. Yeah, Kadarius Toney had an absolutely insane game. He really did. But the why am I stuttering? The Giants defense, not good. Didn't get any pressure on Dak. I mean, they got the 2 early turnovers, but still not good. All right, here we go. Cardinals, undefeated Cardinals. Make sure you guys stay tuned this week for the power rankings, by the way. They're going to be out tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm going to try to get them out tomorrow, but the 49ers lost this one. And this game, honestly, was a lot closer than I thought it would be. I mean, this was a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. This was a 3-point game. And I was honestly surprised. This wasn't Kyler's best game, but I mean, he didn't play terrible. He was 22 of 31, 239 yards and 1 touchdown. That's not a bad stat line, right? But it just wasn't Kyler's best game. I know he missed the throw to the end zone when they were in the red zone. Someone was wide open in the end zone and he missed it. But DeAndre Hopkins had a crazy touchdown catch to basically win the Cardinals this game. It was such an insane catch, really, really a crazy catch. And as for the 49ers, I thought they were running the ball with Trey Lance too much. I thought they had him running the ball too much. I got nervous when I was watching the game back because they had him kind of run a similar play to that Daniel Jones ran. Or I don't know if they designed it as a quarterback run, but he basically kind of ran a bootleg trying to get to the end zone. There was 2 defenders there, and he lowered his head and tried to dive in. And he didn't get it. He was so close. But I was nervous watching that because I just saw what happened to Daniel Jones with that injury to his head, getting concussed when he ran that similar play, trying to run into the end zone, trying to get the edge and lower his shoulder and end up hitting his head. So that made me nervous. I think they got to let Trey Lance throw it more. I just get nervous. Let me see how many times Trey Lance ran the ball. Because yeah, he was San Francisco's leading rusher. He carried the ball 16 times for 89 yards. I don't know. That just makes me nervous. He's a young quarterback, and I just don't want anything to happen to him. He's still so young, and he still has such a high ceiling. I don't think he's anywhere near the quarterback he's going to be right now. Anthony says, it was good. Got to get Jimmy G back. I know that's an unpopular take. No, I honestly don't think that's I don't think that's a bad take at all because Jimmy's the vet, and you don't want to rush a quarterback's development, especially when you're a team that's competing for the playoffs right now, and you have a quarterback who is so raw, I guess you could say, still needs to develop so much more. You don't want to have to force him to develop too quickly. That will kind of mess him up. And yeah, I think Jimmy's definitely going to start when he gets back, but they got to that. I don't like that they made him carry it 16 times. I don't like that. That makes me nervous for him because I feel like he can be so good, but you don't want anything to happen to him. And the final game we got, who scored for the Colts? Yeah, I know, guys, I'm running late. I didn't even realize the game started. Oh my God, my reaction's going to be late. Okay, guys, make sure you check out that reaction. Okay, last game, Bills 38, Chiefs 20. Real quick. Oh, yes, Taylor's on my fantasy team. Let's go. Real quick. Bills look like one of the best teams in the league. Last season, we were saying, the Bills are really good. Then they played the Chiefs, and they didn't look that good, and they lost. But this season, they play the Chiefs. They beat them by a lot at Arrowhead. I honestly fell asleep before this game was over because of the delay. That's why I didn't do a live reaction because it was getting really late, and I was like, okay, who's gonna be up to watch this? But Chiefs defense is really, really bad. I don't know what they're gonna do to fix this, but they really got to fix it because Patrick Mahomes is throwing interceptions. Patrick Mahomes doesn't really usually throw this many interceptions. He had 2 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. When does that happen? When does Patrick Mahomes have a stat line that's 33 of 54 for 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions? That's not a Patrick Mahomes stat line. You need Patrick Mahomes to be the best match Patrick Mahomes if you're going to win games with this defense. So, yeah, I don't know. Chiefs are 2-3 right now, and I'm very, very surprised. That is it, guys, for this live stream. I got to go start my reaction to the Monday Night Football game. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that later tonight. That'll be out when the game's over tonight. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you all for being here so much. And yeah, guys, peace out.